Abby and Brittany Hensel. They actually had their own reality show. They're from Minnesota, and one just got married, which is so confusing.
Abby and Brittany Hensel are the world's most famous conjoined twins. They've defied the odds their whole lives. But now a shocking new claim has people wondering if their amazing bond has made them targets for something bad. The twins are talking about an alleged marriage and the bad intentions behind it. Get ready to learn about the truth behind the headlines. Abby and Brittany are famous for their special bond and fearless attitude. They face the challenges of life together, sharing one body but two separate, intelligent brains. Their reality show captivated viewers by giving them a glimpse into their extraordinary world. Conjoined twins are especially amazing because they are so rare, only one in every 200,000 live births, according to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Over 70% of conjoined twins are female, and the majority are stillborn. There is a complicated balancing act going on between Abby and Brittany Hensel, and few people can answer the questions that come up. How do they deal with the physical pain that one of them may be feeling while the other remains unaffected? How do they deal with times when they want to be alone in a world that pulls them so close together? For example, if you touch my stomach, I might be a completely different temperature than Brittany. It's so weird. And sometimes our hands are. Different temperatures make me get really hot a lot faster, and there's a clear red line all the way down. My legs are sweating like crazy, and it's awful. Isn't she weird? As diphallic parapagous twins, they have two heads attached to a single torso. They are unusually symmetrical for conjoined twins, and each has her own heart, stomach, lungs, spine, and spinal cord. She also has control over one side of her normal body, one arm, and one leg. As babies, they had to work together to crawl, walk, and move around. Their lives today are characterized by perfect coordination. They've mastered everyday tasks like eating and writing on their own, as well as more difficult tasks that require perfect coordination, like swimming, running, brushing their hair, playing the piano or volleyball, riding a bike, and even driving. Their story has been told all over the world, including in Life magazine, on The Oprah Winfrey Show, and in a 2006 documentary on the Learning Channel about their goals and daily routines. In 2012, they let the public into their lives with the TLC show Abby and Brittany, which gave viewers a rare look into their extraordinary journey, became one of the only ways for Abby and Brittany Hensel to show their individuality. Bright colors, unique jewelry, each choice was a subtle declaration of individuality, reminded them that they were two separate souls in a world that often saw them as one. I think we're good drivers, but we have two licenses, Abby said. And when we got our driver's license, we each had to take the test. We both passed, Brittany added. Abby had an unexpected pain in her stomach that Brittany couldn't feel. The thought of one half suffering alone caused worries and concerns that they rarely talked about, revealing the weak spots in their relationship. How do you go about your daily life when everyone is staring and whispering? Could they get married? Have kids? Who would they choose to love? How could such a relationship work? Should we wear this? No, what about this? Simple decisions were complicated by a debate of tastes as Abby chose bright accessories and gold hats. Brittany had brightly colored hair and unusual earrings, but Abby's style was more her own. Behind the scenes, they were not only fighting to be accepted, but also doctors' worries about the health risks of sharing organs. When they decided to become teachers, it was a victory of spirit over circumstance, even though the journey was still full of challenges. Now you may be wondering how Abby and Brittany Hensel managed a school full of kids when every move needed perfect coordination and every activity needed two minds working together. Abby and Brittany Hensel were born in Carver County, Minnesota. Their parents, Patty, was a nurse, and Mike Hensel was a carpenter and landscaper. They grew up in New Germany, Minnesota, with their younger brother and sister. They went to Mayer Lutheran High School and then Bethel University to finish their studies. Abby and Brittany Hensel were born with a third arm between their necks that was connected to a shoulder blade in the back. Surgeons removed the arm, leaving only the shoulder blade behind. While Abby's head tilts about 5 degrees to the right, Brittany's tilts nearly 15 degrees to the left, making her look shorter even when they are sitting down. Brittany's leg is about 2 inches shorter than Abby's, so she often walks on her toes, which makes the muscle on her side stronger. To fix these physical differences, surgeons stopped Abby's spinal development when Brittany stopped developing early at age 12. They had surgery at Gillette Children's Specialty Healthcare to fix her scoliosis and make her chest bigger to avoid future breathing problems. controls their side of the body with a shared sense of touch that fades at the midline, leaving a small overlap in the middle. Interestingly, the twin on the opposite side can feel their partner's stomach aches, which adds to the unique way that their bodies communicate across their joined structure. If my stomach hurts, it hurts right here, and I can't feel this like I can't feel anything, but my stomach hurts right there, and Brittany's stomach hurts here, and she can't feel that because I can only feel my right side and she can only feel her left side. Shorter at 4 feet 10 inches in 1.47 m at BIR, their parents had to make a tough choice. Doctors told them that surgical separation would almost certainly kill one or both of the twins, so they decided to keep them together. As Abby and Brittany learned to do everyday things, their parents stayed confident in their choice. As teenagers, they each took and passed their driver's license exams, even though driving requires a lot of practice. Abby controls the car's electronics on the right side, while Brittany controls the ones on the left. They work together to keep the steering wheel moving smoothly. After graduating from high school in 2008, Abby and Brittany went to Bethel University in Arden Hills, Minnesota. They both got their Bachelor of Arts degrees in 2012, even though they had considered focusing on other concentrations within their major because of the large amount of extra homework. Patty Hensel remembered her daughter's early career goals, saying that one wanted to be a pilot and the other wanted to be a dentist. Their aspirations didn't last long. She smiled and said that she thought they would be great teachers because they naturally connect with kids and are drawn to them. A tailor often makes the twins' clothes with 2 different necklines to emphasize their differences. They like separate meals but may share one for convenience when doing chores like answering emails. They work as a team, reacting with little verbal contact because they intuitively understand each other's points of view. They use I when they agree and their names when they don't. This makes us laugh. The song Abby and Brittany Hensel made up, Boom Boom Hit It With Me, is one that they really dislike being looked at or photographed by strangers while going about their daily lives. In 2006, when they were 16, they told the Discovery Channel that they wanted to date, get married, and have kids. They also said that they wanted to have normal social lives by giving some information about themselves. Patty Hensel expressed her daughter's desire to have kids one day. Because their bodies are similar, Abby said in the documentary that her body temperature is higher than her sister's and that her side of the body heats up faster. But everything changed when they met someone who seemed to really understand and care about them in a way that no one else had. Abby married Josh Bowling. Bowling was born in Tennessee and is a decorated veteran of the United States Army. He served as a health care specialist or combat medic with the 1st Cavalry Division in Iraq and Afghanistan. After leaving the military, he went on to work in health care. He became a certified nurse in Minnesota and now works in hospice care to help fellow soldiers. His time in the military, where he saw a lot of death and dying, had a big impact on him, and the first funeral services he saw while training as a nurse made him feel like he was on a mission to help people have a peaceful death, which was different from what he saw in the war. The couple said their vows on November 13, 2021, which may have surprised people, but they had always planned to start a family. In addition to his career, Bowling and his partner shared videos from their wedding, including their first dance, which went viral on TikTok. Abby also chose a picture from their wedding as her Facebook profile picture, which shows how excited she was about their big day. Before getting married, Abby married Annika Bowling in 2010. They were married for 9 years and had a daughter named Isabella in 2016. They got divorced in 2019. According to documents obtained by People, Annika filed a paternity claim against Abby Bowling in October 2023, 2 years into their marriage. This lawsuit is about Annak's second daughter, who was born in 2020 after her divorce from Bowling. The child was called Isabella's half-sister and non-joint minor child of the former marriage, but she wasn't named in the paternity suit because she is too young. The paternity suit asked that Bowling and Gavin Vatel give DNA samples for testing on Annak's second child. According to court records, a genetic test report was added to the file on March 24th, but the test information and findings are private and can't be seen by the public. Bowling was attractive, attentive, and talked to them as if they weren't conjoined twins but 2 separate people. For a while, they thought they had finally found love, but they quickly learned that love comes in many forms, and not all of them are pleasant. He proposed marriage and promised them a life full of adventure and love, but there was something off about him that they couldn't quite put their finger on. When they were alone, the way he looked at them and what he said often felt more like an obsession than love, but they tried to ignore their feelings of. The bride and groom were nervous, but they told themselves that it was just their worries. The wedding was supposed to be the happiest day of their lives. Abby and Brittany were glowing, each beaming in her own unique way as they walked down the aisle together. None of their roommates have jobs right now. They are all interviewing and looking for work. They are all living together and are excited. But when they stood next to him, the mood changed. He seemed more relaxed, and the words he whispered in their ears seemed forced. When Abby and Brittany were united, it turned into his dark obsession, turning their love story into a nightmare. Living with him was like walking on thin ice every day, showing cracks that could destroy their world. He insisted on flaunting them, carrying them around like valuable things, and turning their private life into a public spectacle. Abby and Brittany, caught in an unexpected situation, decided not to let someone else's twisted needs dictate their lives. But it became hard to get out of this nightmare because they were no longer just two young women. They were joined together. He thought that Abby and Brittany were married and under his control, but they weren't easily broken. As time went on, friends noticed a change in the twins. They used to be so excited, but now they saw something different, an emptiness in their eyes and a hesitation that hadn't been there before. Rumors of abuse and deception started to spread, and the twins' biggest worry was whether they could get away before it was too late. One winter night, he crossed the line, and something inside them snapped. They knew they couldn't take it anymore and turned to a few trusted friends who could see through their blinders. Help arrived, but it was okay. Getting away from someone who sees you as an object is never easy, even if they say they love you. Abby and Brittany used their fame to talk about abuse and the risks of trusting people who lie about their true intentions. They also became activists for people with disabilities and anyone who has ever felt less than human in the eyes of others. Isn't that the ultimate story? It's not about marriage, fetish, or escape. It's about strength, dignity, and the unwavering determination of the human spirit. There are also more questions, like why did Josh fall for Abby? Was he really in love with her? Or was he just curious, maybe even obsessed? Relationship rumors started to spread in early 2024. We know that Abby married him, but Brittany was also there and couldn't leave even if she wanted to. Connections are more complicated when you share a body. How can you protect your privacy when everyone sees everything? In a recent statement, one of them denied rumors of an engagement, saying, "There's this rumor that I was engaged and it's not true at all. It's just a foolish joke." So, there was no boyfriend and no engagement. However, after all these shocking rumors spread, Bowling changed his Facebook profile picture in September 2024. A selfie with Abby and Brittany. Then, on Wednesday, Abby and Brittany shared touching stories from their daily lives, including Abby's husband Josh and his daughter Isabella, who has quickly become an important part of their close-knit family. The tweet included an important reminder not to forget to vote and featured their favorite moments together, from family gatherings to outings. Some of the highlights included exclusive photos from Abby and Josh's wedding, with the sisters standing proudly next to Josh and radiating happiness in their eyes. "I felt like you had said something, so I brought it up again. I thought you said you liked pork rinds." Another moving moment was when I included young Isabella as a charming flower girl, holding a bouquet and smiling happily with the group. The series of family photos continued with more beautiful moments, such as a charming ice cream date with Abby and Brittany, who exchanged infectious smiles with Josh and Isabella. Another seasonal photo showed a family enjoying a cozy fall day dressed. Since their wedding, Josh has embraced life with the twins, while Brittany, who is single, has fully embraced her role as a supportive sister and dedicated aunt. Do you think Abby and Brittany's latest posts are an attempt to repair the damage, or are they just putting an end to false rumors? It's interesting to see when these photos were taken, showing family events. Before we end today's video, you may be curious about how conjoined twins are formed after hearing their story. There are two main theories about how conjoined twins form in the womb. The first is the Fezzion theory. The first idea is that conjoined twins happen when an embryo, a tiny developing fetus, tries to split into two separate newborns but fails. This usually happens in the second week after fertilization, on or after day 13. The second idea is called the fusion theory, and it says that conjoined twins happen when two embryos that started out separately fuse instead of growing apart. Chang and Ang are the most famous conjoined twins in history. They were born in Siam, Thailand, in 1811. An early example is a stone carving from 80 BC that was found in Italy. Conjoined twins were once thought to be signs of bad luck or tragedy, which caused worry and superstition. Over time, this view changed to one of intrigue. There are different types of conjoined twins, each named by where their bodies are connected and the word pagas, which means fixed. There are no obvious signs of a conjoined twin pregnancy, but the uterus may grow faster than with a single baby pregnancy and the mother may feel more tired. Early symptoms include nausea and vomiting. An ultrasound can help find conjoined twins early in the pregnancy. Asymmetric conjoined twins happen when one twin is much smaller and less developed than the other. In rare cases, one twin may be found to be primarily created within the other, which is known as fetus INF. Fetu conjoined twins can sometimes be split, but the success of this treatment depends on a number of factors, such as the exact anatomy and extent of their shared organs and tissues. Specialists like pediatric surgeons, anesthesiologists, and radiologists usually have to work together to successfully separate the twins. Modern imaging techniques like MRI and CT scans are used to precisely examine the twins' anatomy and physiology, providing extensive insights that feed the surgical planning procedure. What do you think about Abby and Brittany's unique life? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe for more videos like this.